telling that the modern colonialism and imperialism, especially the European imperialism, it had begun in 15th century due to the uh, geographical expeditions in different parts of the world, and the countries which were the first to set up for geographical explorations, they were Spain and Portugal, and these two nations had always been in struggle against each other as to who would exert the uh, strength in which colony, who would gain which area as their colony. So there was always a fight between Spain and Portugal after they had started to explore the different parts of the world. Now in 1493, the Roman Pope had given a decree, an order, in order to stop this fight between Spain and Portugal. The Pope of Rome, he had declared a mandate which part of the world will be under which country. So in 1493, that decree or the mandate is known as the Papal Bull, which was announced to bring an end to the rivalry between Spain and Portugal, and it had declared the boundaries of both the countries as to which areas both the countries would be exploring and setting up their colonies. Gradually, Holland, France, England, and Denmark, they were also involved in spreading up their colonies in different parts of Asia and Africa, and later on in Latin American, in the both the American continents, North and South America. And by 19th century, it was England and France who had become the most superior countries in this regard, in the spread of colonial imperialism. And they were always in rivalry throughout the world. Wherever they had set up their colonies, they had always been in struggle as to uh, assert their political and economic control over a particular area. And in 19th century, towards the end of the 19th century, uh, when the unification of Germany and Italy had occurred in 1870, both Italy and Germany were unified as a whole nation. Then the entire scenario of colonialism and imperialism had changed, and this period till from 1870 to 1914, we this period we call neo-colonialism. Why? Because see, till 1870, by that time, most of the areas in the world, they were already the colonies of either France or England or Spain, Portugal, Holland, etc., etc. Now, after Italy and Germany had become United Nations, they started to spread their colonies. So by that time, most of the areas have already been taken by other countries. Now, if I have a precious thing under my control and you want it from me, am I give it to you? Am I so easy to give it to you? That is never going to happen because it is precious to me. So the colonies were precious to the mother countries, and Italy and Germany suddenly had started to get their control in those areas. So obviously there was a new kind of struggle, rivalry when Germany and Italy started to get their control over the colonies of England and France and Portugal and Spain in Africa and Asia, obviously these countries had been involved in uh, political rivalry, and ultimately this has led to the First World War. That was one of the spread of colony, the race for colonies by the European countries was one of the important cause for the happening of the First World War. So, neo-colonialism, this term we apply for from the period 1870 to 1914, because by that time most of the colonies were already acquired by the European countries except for Italy and Germany, and after their unification they started to spread their control over already occupied colonies. So there was a race for as to who would be taking the control of which area, which ultimately resulted in the First World War. Now in India, let us just discuss the colonialism in Indian context. In India, Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama was the first to reach at the port of Calicut in 1498, and they settled, the Portuguese had settled in Bombay, Cochin, Diu, Salsette, Hooghly, etc. Now Portuguese in Bengal, they lost the control of Bengal in the Portuguese because they had angered Emperor Jahangir, because the Portuguese had somehow they had disturbed Noor Jahan's associates in Bengal, which angered Emperor Jahangir, and he banished the Portuguese from Hooghly, from Bengal. So they were forbidden to enter into Bengal. The Dutch, they acquired Surat, Cochin, Nagapattam, Tinsura, that means Chichura in our Bengal. The English, Surat, Agra, Ahmednagar, Bharuch, Madras, Calcutta. The French, Surat, Pondicherry, Chandannagar, etc. Now, the English, that is the British, they had started to establish their political control in Bengal after the Battle of Plassey in 1757. That was the first foothold for the British East India Company to exert their political control in the Indian soil. And after the Battle of Buxar in 1764, they gained the control over Bengal, Bihar and Orissa with the grant of Diwani from the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. So the British had started to spread their colonial imperialism in Indian soil after the Battle of Plassey in 1757. And after defeating the French in the Carnatic Wars, that is the South India, the English had gained the colonial monopoly in India by 1857, and they had practically controlled most of the Indian territories under them. So India had become the largest colony for the British Empire.